Portable for Nintendo DS. Excuse me, Drivers Are Portable U.S.A. edition for Nintendo DS. There are two versions of this game. There's also a European version, but yeah. The box art is not lying. There are indeed DMV practice tests for all 50 U.S. states included in this game. There are also practice tests for 13 Canadian provinces and territories, Spain, Italy, France, Germany, and the United Kingdom on top of that. All in this video game right here. If you can call it that. The description of this game advertises having to use a stick shift as part of the tests, which I've never done before, so I hope I don't have to. But I mean, we'll see. There's also mini games on top of that. Wow! This is just a funny Game Packs comment I saw. I poked the steering wheel with the stylus just like in the game, but the car didn't turn. Oh no! Frick! Damn! Okay, well, anyways. Let's play this game here, if we can call it that. Maybe there's a game in here, we'll see. I guess I moved from California to North Dakota. What the hell? Saving jump scare, okay. I guess as I moved from California to North Dakota. Oh my god, this is loud. Why is this so loud? My ears! Jesus, I had to turn down like 5 times, jeez. Ah, whatever, okay, we're good now. Good morning, everybody. The game just blasted you for no reason. All right, well, here we go. Like I was gonna say, anyways. Like I was gonna say, the plan for me was to take the North Dakota driving test because I moved from California to North Dakota since the last time, since you know, in the last like year and a half. So yeah, we'll now take the North Dakota driver's test. I've only taken the California one in my life. I've not had to renew my license here at all. Or actually, no, I got a new license last year so I can vote here, but that's it. But yeah, let's do it. Let's take the test. Let's go. Bam. New profile. Select. Create profile. Why does it make me do that? Okay, sure. Name is Shasta. Region, United States. Yeah, we'll go to North Dakota for this one. It might be a little different. The test might be a little different because, like, I did not have to learn how to drive in snow at first. Instructor, we got Joshy, Michael, Karen, I kind of like Bob, actually. Bob, Sarah, and Josh. Okay, yeah. I like Michael and Bob, I think, the most. No, Karen gave me 2 thumbs up, though. She believes in me. You know what? Thank you for believing me, Karen. I agree. Thank you for believing in me, Karen. Alright, let's do it. Cool. This game takes forever to load. Oh, God. Hurry up. Alright, learning, training, exam. You know what? I've been driving for like half my life now at this point. Like a little less than half my life now. I'm just going straight into the exam. It's like a mock exam right now. Let's do it. Screw it. Okay, hold on. Both screens. Which situations would you avoid overtaking? Pressure dip in the road. One-way streets. Avoid overtaking. 30-mile-per-hour road. Yeah, so like go in front of someone in this case. Pressure dip in the road. Just after a bend for sure, I imagine. Oh, the one-way street, absolutely. Yeah, it's a one-way street. Overtaking someone in the one-way street is bad. Let's do that. Oh, I have to like confirm it. Do I? I think it's confirmed if I just highlight it. Okay, whatever. Weird. You have to clear behind when reversing. What should you do? Open window, look behind. Open door, look behind. Window for sure. Probably window. You can probably roll it down. Or near side mirror. If you actually clear behind when reversing, you're already looking at the mirror. Probably look behind. I guess open the window, look behind you. That's the clear view at that point. Not as clear as it should be, but like, I'm assuming you can't look out the mirror otherwise. Whatever, I'm going with that. A long heavy laden vehicle is taking a long time to overtake you. What should you do? A long heavy laden vehicle is taking a long time to overtake you. What should you do? Probably hold your speed, yeah. I think it's dangerous to slow down or speed up in this case. You want to hold your speed. Yeah. Driving at night on the road behind another vehicle, what should you do? Yeah, or speed up at that point. That's like either way, I think. Driving at night on the road behind another vehicle, what should you should use it high beam headlights, flash your headlights. Nope, don't want to do that. Switch off your headlights. Don't want to do that. It's nighttime. Either Y or X? What? Oh, those two answers. Okay, yeah. Dip beam headlights, flash your headlights. Yeah. I think it's just Y, yeah. You don't want to flash your headlights, that's for sure. You're approaching a crosswalk, pedestrians are waiting to cross, you should wait elderly and infirm only, slow down, prepare to stop. Slow down, prepare to stop for sure. Headlights in case they can cross, wave at them to cross the road. Yeah, that's why. What style of driving causes increased risk to everyone? Definitely competitive driving. I hate them the most, honestly. Nope. There, why? There, bam. Okay. Did mark everything incorrectly before because of this? No, okay. Okay, good. I whatever, it's fine, we're good. Okay. You're in a one-way street and want to turn right. You should position yourself on the right-hand lane, yeah. Now the lane paying the traffic, left-hand lane, just left of the center. Yeah, right-hand lane, obviously. I'll just like tap the screen for now, it's fine. What should you use your horn for? Well, there's your presence, allow you to ride away, to greet other road users, signal your annoyance. It's either like X or A, yeah. Signal annoyance 100%, that's what I'm thinking too. Like, yeah. Honk to say hello. Yeah. Fuel consumption is the highest when you are accelerating, braking, coasting, or steering. Accelerating for sure. It was the most likely cause of high fuel consumption. Harsh braking and accelerating. Accelerating around bends. Staying in high gears. Poor steering control. Yeah, harsh braking and accelerating all the time. Which of the following may help to deter a thief from stealing your car? Oh. Etching the car number on the windows? Okay. Always keeping the headlight on? Always keeping the interior light on? Help to deter a thief. Fitting reflective glass windows. Reflective glass windows would be the way to do it, I guess at that point, but that's like expensive. That's expensive for sure. I mean, that would deter them the most. What a weird question. Use more fuel if your tires are underinflated, overinflated, new and hardly used, of different makes. Actually, I don't really know this one. It's underinflated, right? I was thinking underinflated. These are questions on the driver's test. These are kind of obscure questions at the same time. It's underinflated, right? Because like you wouldn't. I don't know. It feels correct. Yeah, these are actual questions asked in driver's tests. It's essential that tire pressures are checked regularly. When should this be done? During a lengthy journey, when tires are hot, traveling at high speeds, when tires are cold. Tire pressure. Tire pressure to check regularly. When it should be? This be done. I guess after any lengthy journey would be it. It'd probably be that one. Checking cold tires? Are you sure? My gut says after a lengthy journey because... Well, actually, probably before then, if anything. Cold air strengths? Okay, yeah, we'll go with cold tires then. That's definitely a North Dakota question and not like a California question there. But that makes sense too. Like that's good to know. Cold air pressure? Makes sense, yeah. I should check your mind in that case. Main cause of brake fade is brakes overheating, brake type adjustment, oil in the brakes, air in the brake fluid. I don't know what brake fade. I never heard brake fade before in my life. Maybe it's referred to as something else. I never heard of brake fade. I assume it's just like the brake's not working as well after a while. Which would probably be like, yeah, overheating is what I was thinking. Yeah, that makes sense. That's like definitely the deadliest part of that. Which use indicators before you turn, left or right, off the road you're on. That sounds correct. Never as used indicator. Yeah, it's not that one. It's not never. You want to use your indicators as hazard lights indicate that your vehicle is broken down. Yeah, no, it's obviously that one. The mirror is there to make sure you look your best. Not that one. Help you to drive more safely. Definitely that one. Keep an eye on the other drivers. Maybe considering overtaking you. Okay, but like B and X are correct though. It helps you drive more safely. Look at the mirrors when you're doing stuff. But also, it's like yeah, to keep your eye on the other drivers. To maybe considering overtaking you. Like what? Why is it? I hate when tests do that. I hate when tests do that so much. It's like, yeah, 2 answers are correct technically. This one's more correct, but it's like, come on. There's an elderly person on the crosswalk just ahead. What is their official status? They're an obstacle. That's the way to say it. They have no status and should vacate the crossing as long as you sound your horn or if you just warn them. What? If right away, you should slow down or stop until they have completely cleared your half of the freeway. Well, yeah, it's that one at that point. They do have right of way. They're pedestrian, after all. Doesn't matter if they're elderly in this case. They're pedestrian. They get the right of way. Simple as that. When it's safe to overtake a slipping vehicle, we can see clearly in both directions. The road instructions and conditions permits. As soon as you get stuck behind on. As soon as you get stuck behind on? What? When your emergency is more important than theirs, no. On a bend or approaching a brow of a hill as any traffic coming in the opposite direction will automatically have slowed down. I would assume like Y or X then, yeah. We can include in both directions. Okay, run instructions and conditions permits. Yeah, it's definitely Y. I was thinking the exact same. I was thrown off by the hill. That was my thing. There we go. Yeah, it's definitely Y. Under which of the following conditions is safe to take both hands off the steering wheel, particularly to a passenger or someone on the phone call. Definitely not X again. That's for sure. It's definitely not any of the above. Definitely not that. Car stationary and handbrake is on. Yep, that's the one. It's definitely B. You take your hands off the steering wheel when your car is stationary and the handbrake is on. Makes sense. Enjoying a motorway or any major road from a slip road, what should you take care to do? No way. Okay, yeah. Kiss your St. Christopher and swerve on the main freeway as quickly as you can. What does that mean? I'm screenshotting that. What? What the hell does that mean? Anyways, during my way, let me reach our slipper. What you take care to do? Find a gap in the traffic, indicate and move into a space, accelerating to match the other traffic speed as quick as you can. Okay, it's that one. It's not to flash your lights. You don't flash your lights, really. Yeah. I've answered anything. It's not any of the above, I'll tell you that much. Wait, what? Well, what's a slip road? You know what, this isn't a real test. I can just look it up. Hold on. What do you mean by slip road? I understand the terminology. Oh, like oh, an on ramp or an off ramp. I've never heard slip road before. It's an on ramp or an off ramp. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought it was. Yeah, if you're from an off ramp or an on ramp, literally, yeah, you just find a gap in traffic in case you're moving in there. If your turn signal is starting to match other traffic speed as quick as you can. Yeah, that's literally what you do. I want to check the other answers though. I have to check it this way. No, I'm not gonna do that. Never mind. Just submit. We're just gonna submit. What did I get? 60? Wait, what? Okay, hold on. How much percent do you need to pass the driving test in North Dakota? You need an 80% score? I thought I had that. What the hell? Yeah, you need 80. Right back. What's the safest way to use a mobile phone in your vehicle? Yeah, find a suitable place to stop is what it'd be. I use hands-free as well, but like you still shouldn't be using it. Just stop. They want you to stop to do it. It makes sense. Tire pressure is low and recommended. Would the fuel consumption and pollution increase? Yeah, some of these are just like questions I've not thought of in a long time, and like, yeah, it makes sense why they've asked me this. Tire pressure is lower than recommended. Will fuel consumption or pollution increase? I actually don't know this one. I actually do not know this one, honestly. You wouldn't believe it, Dr. Hugbees, but we actually do use millimeters sometimes. Despite the fact that we have our own system like that. Like, I don't know, it's weird. We measure things in millimeters, but it's really tiny, I don't even know. I think it's yes too, yeah. We'll go with yes. I'm not entirely sure on that one, honestly. I haven't had to think about that in a while. If during curbing, notice that the vehicle tends to divert to one side, it might be because... Okay, what is curbing? Like, just parking at a curb? I don't think it's how they would phrase this, honestly. Curbing meaning in driving. Yeah, like... What? Okay. Hanger scraping on a vehicle's wheel against a curb. Oh. So... I've never heard the term curbing before. This developer has to have been, like, not from the U.S. There's no way, you know, at this point. Does anyone know off the top of their head what they mean by curbing? I assume like parking at the curb, or like, but it could mean like, you know, stopping at a curb and like stopping the turn maybe. Anyways, that threw me off so hard. Sorry. Okay, vehicles that divert to one side might be because inflation pressure on tires is different. It's probably that one, I imagine. Lack of brake fluid, not that. Erosion card. I guess it could be any of them. Maybe. I know for sure it's that one, but it could be any of the above. It's probably any of the above. I'm gonna go with that. To check tires when they're cold, they're hot, car is empty, both X and B. My car's empty? For sure it's just Y. I'm thinking maybe, yeah. I was thinking just Y as well. I'm gonna go with my gut on that one. Yeah, definitely when they're cold. It's not when they're hot, it's when they're cold for sure. Once your hands be positioned on the steering wheel. Okay, that made me visualize this. Thank you for the Rayberry, by the way. We're taking the driver's test right now. That's what we're doing. I think they want you like 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. It's usually where I have it at least. I think they did. Okay, so like when I initially did my driving test, I think my driving instructor wanted me to have it like on the sides, which doesn't work as well. I'm going 10 and 2. Yeah, the side. I don't like it on the side. I'm going 10 and 2. That's where I have it normally anyways. Alright, while driving, you should keep yourself to the right-hand side of the lane. Yeah, right. In center of the lane, depending on... It wants you center, I'm pretty sure. In the lane, depending on the hazards around you. Yeah, I think it wants you center typically, or no, or on the left side. It's not on the right side for sure. But it do want you centered more than anything else, I'm pretty sure. So we'll go with centering. Like the final boss of Metroid Prime 2, I guess. Whatever. Anyways, the traffic light is red, but you can still take a left turn. No. Do not. Do not do that. Do not run the red lights. That is a bad idea. While turning on a one-way street to another one-way street, no. When turning on a two-way street to one-way street, no. Bad idea. We're changing. Just do not run the red lights. Before changing lanes, like a flashing yellow left turn is like you can turn left at that point. But that's really it. Do not turn left on the red. We're changing lanes, you should indicate the signal. Yep. Check mirrors, check your blind spots. Yeah. Check mirrors. Okay, it's just adding all up here. Yeah. Check your mirrors, indicate the signal, and check your blind spot. Yeah, that right there, exactly. A two-way left turn lane in the middle of the road would mean left turn lane in the middle of the road would mean either turn right or left from the lane. I kind of want to meet this music. But also, it would be nothing at that point. I'm having a hard time concentrating, actually. A two-way left turn lane in the middle of the road. I'm starting to drive. I'm starting to like brain out all of a sudden. I'm having a brain moment out of nowhere. I'm having a hard time focusing. Oh no. I'll drink some water. That's what we'll do. The brain is slowing to a crawl. A two-way left turn lane in the middle of the road would mean turn either left or right from that lane. Nope. Pass over cars while traveling in this lane. Alright, cars going in both directions, use this lane, turn left. Park a car in this lane, nope. Okay, well. A two-way, wait, okay, so I'm visualizing like, it is B, yeah. The cars going in both directions thing is like messing me up though. I'm visualizing a left turn lane with two lanes here is what it is. But the both directions thing is like throwing me off. A center turn lane, thank you. That's phrasing I know. That's phrasing I know. They're phrasing things in ways I don't know. A flashing red light would mean stop and wait for red turns green. Stop and proceed when road is clear. Oh, like okay, like that. Yeah. Yeah, obviously that's like yeah. I know what that is. I know what that is. Yeah, stop and proceed when the road is clear. It becomes a stop sign at that point. Stop down to see if there's traffic and proceed if it's safe. That like wait, that's like phrased the same way. Hold on. Yeah, stop and proceed when the road is clear. Wait, no, okay, that's like stop and see if there's like something on the road at that point. No, it's B then. Yeah, stop and see if there's traffic and proceed if it's safe. It becomes a stop sign, is what it is. I've seen this many times before. A flashing green lights would mean... Oh, I've not seen this one as much. I should have not seen a flashing green light before. Hold on. Traffic lights pedestrian control. You proceed if the intersection is clear. Entering intersection. Hold on. I've seen flashing yellows. I've seen flashing reds. Flashing green's new to me. Hold on. What's a flashing green? I've been driving for like 14 years. I've never seen a flashing green light before. This is throwing me off. I think that's why? I mean, yeah, we're entering an intersection as well. Does it come up in the manual? Oh, God. It's for pedestrians? Okay. I figured, honestly. I've never seen that before in my life. I've been driving for 14 years. I've never seen them before, ever. A steady green light for the shape of an arrow pointing either left or right means you can turn left or right. Press F before turning in direction indicated by the arrow. The section is clear, turn in the direction indicated by the arrow. Yeah, no, literally that, yeah. Wait, no, okay, all three of them are pretty similar. I get to determine which one is what it is. Meets no rules, yeah! It's A? Wait, for the last one? Is it A for this one or A for the last one? Or A for 11 or A for 12? Now I'm getting confused. Because I just don't, I've never seen the flashing green light ever. I think it's X. Would it be X and Y? We're gonna revise the answer to this one because, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. You want to perceive that intersection is clear, anyways. Yeah, it's clear turn direction indicated by the arrow. Turn for traffic before turning in direction indicated by the arrow. This is for a flashing yellow here. That's what this one's for. So it's not B. Like you can proceed right through, I guess, if you're if it's green and like an arrow, but well, it's not straight through though. Yeah, never mind. Okay, I'm silly. Turning direction. Yeah, I'm just trying to like parse the phrasing. That's the thing right now. It's like I know what to do in these situations. It's like I'm trying to parse the phrasing correctly. That's what's pissing me off is the phrasing of all this. Is the intersection is clear, turn direction indicated by the arrow. Check for traffic for turning the arrow. You definitely don't stop, which is none of these answers here, so I'm not worried about that. Yeah, check. Like. I guess, no, there wouldn't be traffic at that point. I'm going Y, whatever. I'm thinking about this too hard. Stay red light in the shape of a cross above a lane. Shape of a cross? Oh, they mean like an X. Like this. I'm thinking like a cross, like a plus. This is definitely not... The people that make this are definitely not from North America. They're not from the U.S. There's no way Trident Games is from the U.S. They'd be an X, yeah. The phrasing is off because it's not from the U.S. This is... It means, yeah, don't drive in this lane. God. I'm mostly fighting the game in this one. A large diamond pan on the road means reserved for buses only. Crosswalk, drive in this lane. Only buses and high-use vehicles allowed to drive in this lane. I think... Yeah, no, it'd be this one, I'm pretty sure. Is this thing you don't normally see in the US, though? It means... Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's B. Wait, no, yeah, it's a carpool lane, yeah. Which is not how they phrased it here. Yeah, it's a carpool lane. Yeah, there we go. They wouldn't phrase it like this. They phrase it like it's a carpool lane. They wouldn't phrase it like, yeah, like that. That's like, whatever. Okay, anyways. Driving up a hill, if there's a slow-moving truck in front, you should... No, not the HV lane. No, what I'm talking about is they wouldn't phrase it like... They'd phrase like people say carpool lane in current year. They'd say it in 2010 when this game was made, or whatever 2008 or something. They'd say carpool lane. In the first place, it wouldn't be like a large diamond pan on the road means this. It'd be like, they say it means a carpool lane. They wouldn't say it's like only buses and high-altitude vehicles are allowed. Maybe they'd say it like that, but like, I don't know. They call it a carpool lane is what they call it. I immediately understood when it's a carpool lane is what I'm trying to say here. I think the question's phrased poorly. I don't know, whatever. It's fine. Driving a hill, if there's a slow-moving truck in front, you should... Okay, drive up a hill, if there's a slow-moving vehicle and truck in front, you should... Yeah, passing the hills? You do not pass the hills, it's true. I agree with that one. That one I didn't know. If at the stop sign, when there is no stop line, crosswalk or crosswalk, you should wait. The stop line, crosswalk or sidewalk or crosswalk. I can't read. Again, my brain is braying right now. Apparently, really should just stop and then proceed with caution. Yeah. Yes. Intersection, inch up slowly. Yeah, 3 meters, 9.84 feet away from the intersection. Yeah, this is not made by Americans, I'll tell you that much. Like, yeah, at a stop sign, you slow down and proceed with caution. You stop before the intersection. Wait, no. Okay, again, I'm parsing the phrasing here. That's the issue. I think it's the issue I have with like any test in general. I have to like find out what they mean by the phrasing. Yeah, no, it's X, but I'm overthinking it because of all the phrasing and everything else. Like, nope, stop there. What should you do when approaching a railroad crossing? Look out for warning signs in case of approaching. That's for sure. Look out for motorcycle riders or vehicles may slip on the wet tracks. I mean, yeah, that too as well. Friends always have the right way. Also true. All the above. Not even thinking about it otherwise. All the above. Near fire hydrant, you may park at a distance of... Oh, God. It's enough for a fire truck to be in there. I don't know if 10 is too much. I don't know if 6 or 5 is too much. 3 seems like too little. Yeah, exactly. You stop. Which... Like... I guess, yeah, you just stop before then... Okay, so here's the issue. Yes, you stop at a stop sign, but... And then you proceed with caution. Like, yes. But this one just says stop just for an intersection. It doesn't say anything about proceeding with caution or proceeding at all. That's like my thing. It's like... Ugh. And yeah, you slow down before a stop sign anyways. And then you proceed with caution at that point once, like, you know, there's nothing else around you. Once you check. But the hard part is that it's like... Yes, you stop at a stop sign, but you slow down at a stop sign. It's like, ah! Come on! I'm so mad! Yeah, like, yeah, you slow down and then you proceed, but also you stop and you proceed at a stop sign. It's like, you do all 3! Whatever. I know how to drive, I swear, but it's like, what the fuck do you want from me, game? It's so stupid! It's very state specific. It really feels like it, yeah. It's taking 30 minutes, by the way. I just want to point that one out for 2 tests. I hope I get 80% here at least.
This is as far as you go.
God, they're trying to trick me. They're trying to like phrase things in a really annoying way. Thank you for the raid, Tay. Which one is it? Is it 10 meters, 6 meters, 5 meters, or 3 meters? Let me know. I think so, Sam. Yeah, it's like it's so annoying though. Yeah, meters. This game was not made by Americans, and I've taken an American driving test, so they're phrasing it like this. There's no way it's A. It's gotta be more than that, right? Are you sure it's 3? Are you sure it's A? I guess like okay, so yeah, like. 16 feet's pretty far away, I guess, at that point. I'll go with A. 10's the minimum. I'll go with that then, yeah. Oh, the same answer as before, by the way. At what distance may you park from a stop sign, traffic control signal, or crosswalk? Okay, so park away from a stop sign, traffic signal, or crosswalk. That'd be like 10, I think, because I think that would be the same thing. Yeah, you see enough room for them to be able to like turn right into like, off that lane, which would be about 10 feet. I think that makes more sense to me. That I can visualize a lot more. That one's 30. Wait, what? No, that makes sense. But also, it depends on like the lane. It depends on the street, because like it depends on the street for that one, because like. My brain is just chugging. I'm sorry. Hold on. My brain is just braining hard. If it's not indicated, then like it'd be 10 probably, maybe. But like you literally just need enough. It's 10 feet in North Dakota. That's what I thought. You just need enough room for a car to get in there and turn rights. You can park like a bit before it. Oh, nice. Yeah, it was pretty fun other than time limit. Hope you enjoy it, winner. Hell yeah. Which of following places are legal to park at? On a sidewalk? That's one. On a bridge or in a tunnel? Okay, never. Hold on. It's been bicycle lane, all the above. It's all the above. There we go. I'm submitting. Is it 80 or above? I'm working against the phrasing in this game. I swear to God. Okay, 65 this time. We're getting closer. Jesus Christ. Are you kidding me, dude? When parallel parking, how far must you be from the curb? Driving tests are hell. I'm learning this again. Again, by the way, I'm learning this again. It's been 14 years since I took a driving test last. Was Scenario good? I give it a 6 out of 10. It's good, but it's flawed. That's the issue. It's fun to play, but they made the game shittier than it needed to be. But it's still good. I give it a 6. I think it wants to be like a foot away, I'm pretty sure. Like not exactly on the curb, but like a little bit away from it, you know? But also I don't know if it doesn't matter or not. I don't know. I'll just do that. It doesn't matter to me in this case. Just be close enough to the curb. Don't be too far away from the curb. That's what matters here. I think a foot's right. In which situation is it better to use hand signals as well as a turn signal? These questions do suck. This is about the time when I took my driving test initially too. That's the worst part about this. But like, I think the problem is they're phrased poorly. They're phrased terribly. I'm working against the phrasing of the questions more than I'm like actually answering the questions correctly, and it's pissing me off. Like I've passed the driving test before. It took me I think 2 tries initially. But like, holy shit, it's so bad. Better use hand signals as well as a turn signal. I think it'd be B. It'd pulling away from like a curb on like a busy streets, maybe. To use a hand signal like outside of the window, I guess. Yeah, I think it would be B. Yeah, the other two are good, or like a regular turn signal, but like the hand signal would be B. Yeah, for situations where sure car signals be used. Yeah, all the above there. There we go. Green signal with an arrow pointing upwards means straight right ahead, one way ahead, no turn, straight through drive only. Straight road ahead, one way ahead. I think it's yeah, it's that one. But also, it feels like you're trying to trick me constantly. It's like, I don't know how to drive. Yeah, this sign is not something you normally see. This is something you see at like a toll road at the very start of it, I think. Which is like, yes, one way ahead, straight road ahead, I'm pretty sure. But also, like, B sounds right? It sounds like, I don't know if that's incorrect. I don't know. Like, you don't turn in the lane like in the road like this. That's the thing. You don't turn in a road like this. Drive straight through only. I think. No, I think it's this. I think it is actually. Yeah, you drive straight through on a toll road at the very start of it. That's what it wants you to do. I think it wants you to do that. What should you do if you have to suddenly stop? Do not pump the brakes. It's telling you not to do that. Slam on the brakes. Do not do that. Wait, no. Hit the brakes hard, but not hard enough to lock the wheels and steer in the direction you want to go. Hit the brakes hard enough to lock the wheels. Do not lock the wheels. Definitely not. Okay, well, it's between Y and B in this case. That's the way I see it. Arizona toll roads. I'm pretty sure North Dakota is the same way, but you have to ask me a question about it. There's some in California. That's why I know about that. You have to hit the brakes hard enough to lock the wheels and steer in the direction you want to go. Okay, what is his answer here? If anyone knows, I'm leaning towards like these are all like phrased so similarly, but like I guess it's hard to get 4 answers for this otherwise. I don't know. Do you want to lock the wheels or not? I think is really the question here. Do you want to lock the wheels? You wouldn't want to lock the wheels. It'd be this, right? It'd be B, I think. This is hell. I think no matter what, I'm just gonna be done with this after this. Yeah, I don't think you want that. I think it's just B, but like, this sucks. Yeah, you don't want to skid. That's the issue. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just B there. While driving, what should you do when visibility is very low? Slow down, give more distance between you and the car. Defrost, keep the windows clear. Definitely do that. Defroster. Extra careful in scanning the roads. Yeah, no, all the above. All the above for that one. What should you do when entering a tunnel on a site? I don't go through tunnels ever. What the hell? You probably want to slow down, I imagine. Keep your sunglasses on? No. No, definitely want to slow down to it. I'll go through tunnels ever, but at least I know that one at least. What should you do if your car is hydroplaning? Oh, I've done that before. Very rarely, thankfully. It happened once, like 6 in the morning, I think, back in high school, and thankfully no one was around, and nothing bad happened at all. But like, yeah, that happened like once or twice before for me, I think. You can tell it's North Dakota? Nope. North Dakota is like pretty much entirely flat. So yeah, would not happen North Dakota for sure. Send the brakes, brake gently. I think you want to brake gently, if I recall. Yeah, maybe on the west side. Yeah, this starts getting mountainy around the west side, if anything. That's where it gets the Montana border. Yeah, you want to like brake more gently, because otherwise, you want. Yeah, I think it's braking gently, if I recall. For sure, you pull over afterwards. Get your bearings, everything. I'm gonna look this up. Screw it. Whatever. Just get the exact phrasing. What to do if your car is hydroplaning. There we go. It says don't brake hard, brake gently. Yeah. Hold steering wheel, stay in the direction you want to go until your car is. Yeah, it's brake gently is what it is. I was correct on that one. Okay, what should you do if you have to drive through a deep puddle? If you have to? If you get through the puddle, apply the brakes to dry them out. Drive through it slowly. Speed through it. Definitely not speed through it. You want to go through it slowly, if anything, I think? Maybe? Just speed through it, maybe? It's not B for sure. But also, you don't drive through it in the first place. But if you have to, if there's no way around it, then like you probably want to speed through it because that would harm your car more. I think yeah, just drive through it slowly. Apply the brakes to dry them out. I've never heard that before. That doesn't sound good to me. Yeah, don't get water in your hood intake. Yeah, exactly. You don't want to get water right on the other side of your car if you can avoid it. That is bad. That's very bad. What do you do here? Hold on. I have the power of Google. I can cheat. What should you do if you have to drive through a deep puddle? It says to drive slowly. Yeah. Yeah, I think it just says to drive slowly. That is actually correct. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't think applying the brakes, like, you want to brake afterwards probably, but like, I don't think that drives them out. That sounds like bullshit to me. That sounds like a trap. I'm going drive through it slowly. I don't know on that one otherwise. That's not something I learned normally. While driving, what should you do if your car gets stuck in the snow? This is North Dakota question for sure. If you get stuck in the snow, run the engine for about only 5 minutes per hour to avoid. You don't dry brakes out? Yeah, that's what I thought. Perfect. You want to call for help for sure. 5 minutes per hour to avoid. Okay, anyone who's lived in a wintry state, is B like possible? For sure, call for help. That like obviously this, but is B possible here? This is something I don't know as someone who took the driving test in California 14 years ago. You think it's B and X? That would make sense, but I think that depends mostly on like if you are inside. It's probably both though, yeah. Yeah, definitely not Y. I'm going B and X, yeah. More people saying that. What you do if you're faced with turbulence? Like high winds? Probably get off the road at that point, I think. See the grid. Honk while passing large truck. What does that have to do with this? Watch out for vehicles that could get in your path, especially motorcycles and campers. Feels like a Wyoming question. Maybe, I don't even know. You don't do have Okay, this is definitely North Dakota question for sure because of the plains. You're flying airplane out of a car, honestly. What to do if turbulence on the road? What do you do then? Okay, if it's severe, they say pull over at that point. Yeah, no, I was thinking that. I was thinking Y as well. That's probably what they recommend, if anything. Why isn't high beams all the time at night dangerous? Won't be able to stop within the distance that you want to see. Headlights may become overworked and hence may stop working together. May blind drivers. It's that one. It's B. I've dealt with that so many times. I was just waiting to see which one said exactly that. What you do if you like? God, the hell, it's just so bright these days. Ugh. People always have their freaking high beams. Word purpose is not in the manual. Of course, it's not. What you do if your headlights fail? That be turn the light. If headlights fail, oh god. Yeah, emergency signals for sure. Turn parking lights to make you visible to other vehicles. This is not a situation I've ever dealt with before. My headlights have always worked. I've had my rear lights go out before, but I replaced them, so it's it's chill. Both B and X. Yeah, B and X makes sense. I was thinking that too. Because you have large animals in your path, you can't stop in time. Oh. Lip on the brakes just before hitting the animal to reduce his chance of becoming through the windshield. Yeah, do not do X. It's not X for sure. Absolutely not. Yeah, brake. There's an animal in front of you about to hit you. What should you do when you approach a railroad crossing? We had this last time. I don't know if it's correct from last time, but we had it last time for sure. Circus, a cyclist may slip on the wet tracks. Yeah, it was all the above, I think, right? Yeah, looking for warning lights. And... Oh, wait, the answers are different though. The answers are different because they had like, yeah, you got that too. Yeah, the answers are different, but it's still all the above. Yeah. What should you do in order to keep focused while driving? Keep your eyes moving, scan the entire driving scene, talking to... Not that one. Well, only for stopping the vehicle. Yeah, no, absolutely that one. Keep predicting what will happen next. What? It says while driving. That's as much as stopping the vehicle. Okay, it's that one then. Just, yeah, scan the scene, keep your eyes moving, etc., etc. Do not predict what will happen next. That sounds awful. Yeah, drive past delivery car, exactly, yeah. Yeah, keep your eyes moving all the time. Drinking one glass of beer before driving is no problem. No, it is not. Not a problem is alcohol content is beer is low. Nope. Nope. Alright, if you have a cup of coffee as well. Nope. Problem. I agree. Problematic for some people, it may cause impairment. Alright, if you have eaten a large meal. No.
Problem.
No. Jeez Louise. Or if you have no, like none of the above. Like no, problematic for some people may cause impairment. Yes, it's that. Obviously. Is alright to consume a drug before driving if you know your limits? No. Problem. Medication that will cause you drowsiness, necessary to treat medical condition. What's the answer? What's the answer that says no? Do not do this. At this point. Yeah, no, it's that one. That is the answer there. It says no, do not do this. Basically, only if it won't cause drowsiness. That's the important thing. Just avoid an accident. You should think of ways to drive more safely. For situation in the future, don't worry about it at all. Drivers are to blame mostly. Pipes on the back and not getting hit in accidents. Okay, now I'm getting hungry. This will be the last one we do no matter what, even if we don't pass it entirely according to the game. Like whatever. Thinking of ways to drive more safely. Yeah. It's either Y or X. Like you can't, but sometimes you can't avoid it. So it's like it's probably just Y. Sometimes it's not your fault, but also it's like, yeah, it's really just they probably want you to do Y. I think it's just Y. If you've occupied more than one parking spot, it is. Okay, if you've occupied more than one parking spot. Problematic to make encourage aggression of the drivers. Aggression? For parking accidentally in one more lane? I guess B? You shouldn't be doing that. The option really is just like park better. The option is reverse back and park better. See, if it's saying 2 lanes, then yes, they should be driving better. That's shitty. That's awful. Saying 2 parking spots though. I guess this one, like, what? If you've occupied more than one parking spot, yeah, park better. It is definitely problematic, yes, but like, I guess it'd be this one, but like, one of the answers should just be like repark. Whatever. Let's submit that. I don't know what they want from me. Fuck this game. We're done. Fuck this shit. Everything is phrased so shittily in this. I don't know how I got a 60, I won't lie. This makes no damn sense. Fuck this game. I know how to drive my vehicle. I know how to drive it correctly. It's just everything is phrased so poorly in this. Like, fuck this. Whatever. I'm done with this shit. Let's go to review. Get me out of here. Everything is phrased so poorly in this game. Like, you don't even tell me what I got wrong or right. Like, that's not even a good learning tool. It's a poor learning tool too on top of that. that just sucks. That just sucks ass. It's supposed to be a learning tool, not even just a tool just to take the tests. And they do. Okay, so I'll get back into the game real fast. Actually, they do give you like a learning and training here. They give you like questions and like study banks and stuff to ease you up into it. To be fair, but like everything is just phrased so poorly. Wait, hold on. They didn't even ask about road signs in the first place. I can't even go back. No. How do I go back? I'm sorry saying. They didn't ask about this at all. Like, what the... I don't know. Whatever. They give you ways to ease up into it, which is good. But, like, they don't even tell you what's wrong in the actual test itself. Which is bad. They should tell you what's wrong in the test. It's a study tool. Also, as a game, this sucks. I'm just gonna say it. As a game, this sucks ass. I know how to drive. It's just like, God, it's... It won't give you anything. They won't give you an inch. Like... Let me go... Okay. We didn't explore the whole game at this point. I'm gonna real quickly just like... For my own sake, does the game at some point... Oh my god, there's the music jump scare. Does the game at some point... I have to select everything again? What the fuck? It takes forever to load. Oh god, yeah. Okay, training. Learning. Question bank. It's okay. It's literally every question it tells you in the game, apparently. But it's just in a weird spot. I can quit whenever. Okay, learning, study. Wait. Okay, practice on these questions. See how much you already know. Let's just try this. So, a stop sign, 3 meters. Incorrect. Okay, that's incorrect. Correct answer 6 meters. Okay, there we go. That's the correct answer. 6 meters, apparently. This is a much better way to learn. Okay, here we go. I'm listening to crash. You can offer assistance by... Okay. Calling for emergency services is necessary. Safe injure people until help arrives. Make sure your vehicle is parked away from the crash. All the above. Okay, there we go. This is how it should be right here. This is worth it. This is how it should be. The actual test portion sucks ass. Yes, this is good. The test portion sucks. Ah! Ah! God, what the hell? This should be the experience of the game here. This shouldn't be. The test portion sucks. Ah! I get that. I get that too. I don't know. The test portion is how it should is like, yeah. Okay, here's my thing. So the test portion makes sense because it's how you do it IRL, obviously. The part that upsets me though is the fact that it doesn't tell you what you did wrong. It doesn't tell you the wrong answers. A teacher would tell you the wrong answers, obviously. The driving test wouldn't tell you afterwards what the wrong answers were. That's the difference there. But like, you're trying to learn, the game is trying to teach you. Why would it not tell you the wrong answers after you do the test, you know? Like, that's not, you're not learning at that point. You'd have to go back into here and find the question that find the question or questions that you're unsure on at that point. The game should tell you, hey, you did this wrong, basically, after it's done, you know? You can't even check that with the game. So, you know what? My argument makes sense still. I think my argument still has weight. Yeah, anyways, let's review this real fast. I know what this game did wrong in the end. Honestly. I'll give it a 1, though. I think it's okay as a study tool, honestly. But not if you take the test initially. Like, if you go into the test itself, that shit sucks. Difficulty? Honestly, it's pretty high because, yeah, like, the phrasing sucks ass for a lot of those. The phrasing of the tests themselves suck. Like, I'm going... My mind says 7. I don't know. I'm saying 7. A lot of people are gonna get hecked by this one in fantasy, like whatever. This is high bias, are gonna lurk and sleep. Sounds good. Have a good one. I love that you did that. That's great. Keep up that bit. That's good. To use the DS features, well, you can touch the screen and press the buttons. I can't say no, really, you know. Yeah, it wasn't made by Americans. That's the other thing, yeah. And that's very clear, but very clear it wasn't. Alright, but yeah. I'll say the pros, the only good part of this game for actually learning the driving test. Oh, by the way, we're getting ads in a second, so if you want to see ads, consider like subscribing or just like walk for a few minutes. Do what we gotta do. But yeah, that's gonna happen in a second. It's fine though, we're at the end of the stream anyways, but yeah. Anyways, the only good part of this game is for actually learning driving tests is the learning part of the menu. Everything else doesn't really tell you what you got wrong or teach you why it's right or wrong, etc., etc. But that helps you legitimately. That part does help you. Okay, cons. This game clearly wasn't made by Americans, as there's a ton of terms and phrasing all throughout that aren't said by Americans. Pretty much at all. As such, I had a way harder time trying to answer questions correctly because I was trying to figure out which phrasing was correct rather than just straight up knowing the answer, which I do most of the time. I've been driving for 14 years. For 14 years. Honestly, all the accidents I've had were just like in the first year of me driving. I've had a clean record since then. I've not had an accident in like 13 years. Yeah. There was no driving at all in there. It wasn't a road test or anything. It was just like you had to answer things correctly. But like I had to like parse the okay. It's what I'm saying right here. Like I had to parse the phrasing more than actually like knowing what is correct. It's like the phrasing sucked ass everywhere. It made it really hard to even figure things out. And like after the test was done, they couldn't review your answers, which made it way harder. On top of that, and know what to do, and I really struggled to answer questions correctly because of how things were phrased. It broke my brain a few times, not gonna lie. Yeah, also I agree, yeah, the only song in the game was really repetitive and repeated after a minute, which didn't help. Also, yeah, the fact, of course, there's also the fact that, like, yeah, the fact that I'm streaming this also doesn't help with me trying to concentrate on a test. Obviously, that's obvious too. But yeah, no, it's clear this game was made low budget, not by people who'd be playing it, who would be like taking the actual driving test here. Like, yeah, that's really the issue at the end of the day. Yeah, like it just sucks. I don't know. It's a good way to learn if you do the learning portion. If you don't do the learning portion, it's a terrible way to learn. And as someone who's been driving for many years, like, yeah, it's not a good way to learn how to do the driving test. That's for sure. Especially not in current year. They give you take-home tests, I'm pretty sure, and other stuff like that. All right. Where are the memes? I don't know what the hell curbing meant. So that's one immediately for me. Yeah, kiss your Saint Christopher and swerve on the main freeway as quickly as you can. What? Kiss your Saint Christopher? and swerve on the main freeway as quickly as you can. What the hell does that mean, by the way? Yeah, also suggesting hit a large animal. Yeah, there's a few of them in Discord. Is that a British thing? It probably is a British thing. That wouldn't shock me. I don't know. Creation board, nothing evaluates legit, so anything you could put anyone can put out garbage. Yeah, it sounds about right. And usually edutainment content is supposed to be, you know, not just educational but entertaining, and this was, well, it was educational a bit, but not really entertaining. It's just the test. Even the learning portion is just you're taking the test. Do you get answer rights? Here, we'll tell you right now. You know, that sort of thing. The game suggesting you hit a large animal. Some of the drinking answers being yes. Or something drinking answer drives being yes, I guess. Which yeah, obviously do not drink and drive. If you do anything at all while driving, do not drink. I swear to God. That's your lesson. Do not be intoxicated. Do not be in a healthy mind. Do not be intoxicated. Do not be, you know, do not be
Problem.
Yeah, it'll cause problems. You know what I mean. But the load time and cons, I'm down to. Yeah. Also, the load times were awful. Big bad. Do not drive intoxicated. Oh my god. Holy shit. Never do that, no matter the circumstances. Would I recommend this game? This is a really bad. This is a bad luring tool, especially in current year. And the phrasing of everything made it 100 times worse. Not worth it. It's supposed to be edutainment, and it is only educational. No tainment. That's the way I see it. Not worth it. Not good. Bad game. Bad game. GG, go next. I forgot to change the scenes earlier. It's fine.